What was I doing again? I forgot. It had to do something to do with this water trailer and that bale thing. Oh, no, I remember. Water. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania life. We are turning out four-wheel drive. We are taking water to our animals. Oops. There we go. Come on, truck. Come on. You got power. You're a 350 diesel. There we go. All righty. We'll take water to our animals. Oops. I can't drive. I can't even drive 55. I think we can go this way. Oh, look at that. Skip. I was like, skill. I make that turn without clipping the front of the truck. Yep. Shh, all of you, quiet. Refill. Ding. Yeah. So we got our water in there. Where did we put water in here? I can't remember. That would be water, wouldn't it? All right. Best way to put that in, I think, is going to come in. Is going to be to back in here. Yes. All right. We are back here, trying to figure out what all we're doing. All right. I've put one suggested mod in so that we have some new tractors, potentially. I just have to buy them. I've really been struggling with the whole bale thing. I know some of you have had some great ideas. I've been struggling because I want it to be quick. What do you mean water isn't accepted there? That was the water spot, was it not? Oh God, I can't even get in there. That's water. Why is that not water? That is water. It's Wasser. Take the Wasser. Oh, R. R. It says R, not unload. I'm gonna leave that there. Oh, that's already open. Where do I put the cow's water? Q's, where's your water? Q's. Where is your water, Q's? The water. Ah, there's the water for the Q's. Q water. Alright. We'll have to buy the animals. We haven't bought any animals. We just have a rooster. A rooster who we are going to name. I don't know, what are we going to name the rooster? Should we... What should we do? What should we name the rooster? How about that, everybody? Vote on the name for the rooster! I gotta turn around. Vote on the rooster's name, everybody. Oh my good lord. Yeah. Alright, we've made it! We've managed to figure it out, mostly. Refill the water. And that's going to empty our water tank, isn't it? Wow. Alright. That's a good thing we bought this one, eh? Good googly moogly. Alright, let's put this somewhere I can get it later. I'm just gonna park it right here, I think. That's a good spot for it. Alright, I will just park the truck around the corner. Preferably without smashing into the building. Can I get out of there? I can. Okay, we're good. But I'll tab instead. All right, so this thing has the bales in it. The heck was I going to do with the bales? Ah, okay. So there's this long-running conversation about... Okay, it wasn't long-running. Okay, it was just like one short conversation about the baler and whether I do big bales, excuse me, or little bales. The little bales make a lot of sense in some regards. But here's my problem with them. Maneuvering them around is a real booger. I mean, a real booger. So my thought was I should get a bigger baler. Let's go into my mods here. Baling tech. I could get myself a bigger baler. And I can have a, where is it? There it is. A bale stacker. Here's my thing. I need a pretty hefty piece of kit to haul the two of them together. I'm actually believe in the mind that it's going to take me a heftier piece of kit than I've got just to haul the baler itself. I think we're going to get a Massey baler, guys, just because we can. It's going to give us the big bales. And the reason I kind of want to go with the big bales is ease of maneuvering them around when I need to load our feeding wagon. So I'm going to get the big baler. But I think I need a tractor that's going to be able to handle the big baler. So I've got the Masseys. But they're not as much horsepower as I remember them being, because this is what we're running right now, 135. Well, okay. No, actually that is the one. 135. And I was like, oh, the Masseys, because they've got a lot of horsepower. But they don't. According to this, they don't. So I'm like, well, what I thought I was going to do isn't going to work. So we're going to make an attempt to use this tractor, at least initially, to do this. And I also need a trailer. And for my trailer, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to go with this flatbed. The reason I'm going to go with the flatbed over the auto stacker is the auto stacker plus the quadrant, when I was doing the mod spotlight on this, required me to go get this monster to make it decent speed. So I don't want to do that. I don't have the money for that. So I'm going to go with just the Lizard flatbed. And the nice thing is I can put this on our pickup truck as well. So the pickup truck can be out there helping out. And I can stack my bales and do whatever I want with it. Later we might change our mind and move on to something else, but I think that's a good starting point. So we're going to go pick up our kit. Let's just take the road. Take the road. I love how my frame rate is going insane right now. I was looking at my frame rate. I want you to go all up and down and cattywampus, which is hilarious. That's what I get for updating my drivers. Ugh. All right. So we're going to go and get our stuff. I'm hopeful that I can actually hook the trailer onto the back of the Massey, because that would make life easier if I could just haul the two of them down there. It's really when you have to apply power through the PTO that I start having problems with this tractor. Because once I take the power application through the PTO, Of course, I lose that power going out down to the wheels. All right, now I got to do this from outside. I mean, I don't have to, but it would actually make sense. I would probably have a spotter back there. Have you guys seen the commercials for the new Ford trucks? It's the amount of crap they've put on those Ford trucks is amazing. I'm just gonna point that out. Like cameras everywhere. And all right, I cannot do that. All right, they got like cameras everywhere, and I'm just like, if you don't know how to drive your truck without a camera, please don't buy a truck. Just don't. My personal opinion, right there, but yeah, just don't buy a truck if you can't drive it with a trailer, or drive it. Period. Like they've got like, oh, so you can look around corners. You just drive really slowly so that people have time to stop, because your truck is probably bigger than theirs anyway. Anyway, sorry. I had to get that off my chest. I think this is too much for this tractor. Yeah. All right. Okay, that's interesting. Let's now I'm a little bit stuck. Okay, let's think about this. What was the power requirement on that? 230. I think I'm going to have to go put that New Holland pack in here. Because I don't have anything in here right now for 230. It's going to make the most sense to go ahead and put the New Holland pack in. Yep. I'm gonna go put the New Holland pack in, guys. It's like a flash, and I'm back. Yes. All right. Let's buy a New Holland tractor. We need 230 horsepower. So let's see here. You got 200. You got 235. If I go to here, I'm going to get 300. 270. This does have a front loader attachment, so that's an additional plus to us. So we can move front loaders around. Yeah, let's buy it. All right. Boink. All right, our new tractor, guys. And we can even bring our trailer back at the same time. All right, let's get this going. Up! Hey, you idiot. Oh, look at the people in this town. I gotta turn on my beacons now. Woo! I got beacons. All right, so now I can even... I've got enough tractors that I should be able to handle everything I need to do. I hope. All right. That's my hope. Turn those off because I'm now on the road. Or off the road. Whatever. All right. Let's go get this going. I think the small baler has its place. I just don't think it's on my farm. That's just my thought. Okay. Let's roll. Let's get this tractor rolling. Yeah, buddy. All right. Yeah, I like the small baler, but just not really what I need right now. Especially because those bales are so hard to handle. If you could actually pick them up, oh my goodness. The advantage of this tractor, though, is because it's also front loader equipped, if we got in a situation where running cost was an issue, we could get rid of the John Deere. Which I know would make some of you really annoyed, but look on the bright side. I've got one New Holland tractor, I've got one John Deere tractor, and I've got a Massey baler. I've pretty much covered all the big ones. At least I think I've covered them. I know somebody suggested Fendt and Lamborghini, but I don't really see Fendt or Lamborghini much here in the US, or at least where I am. Alright, let's get this over here, get this straw up. There we go. Apparently I need to, like, seriously have this vehicle already moving to go up this hill. This might be one of those I can only bail downhill. Wow. If it's truly one of those I can only bail downhill, that's going to be a pain. We'll see. I need to check my crop eventually, but again, we're going to focus heavily on animals as our primary income generator, I think. I think we'll do some chaff work, but not a lot. We're not going to focus a lot on that. I think we're really going to focus on the beef cattle and the pigs and then irregular cows and sheep. Because I think that's something I haven't done before, really focused on that, so we're going to do that. Someone was kind enough to point out that they do grow grapes in Pennsylvania, so we might be planting some grapes, so why not? What else? Oh, it looks like my crop rotted. Oh well. Okay, whatever. If it rots, it rots. That's the way I'm going to go with it. Alright. Nothing I can do about it if it's rotted. And oh well. We just shrug our shoulders and go, whoops. That's pretty much all we can do at this point. Concentrate again on our animals. I did tally the votes on pulling the two fields together. We'll be dealing with that here in a little bit. You'll find out very quickly what the vote was. Aha! Oh. Oh, for goodness sakes. I thought I'd gotten all of it, but I didn't. Oh, wow. But once we have these bales, we will be able to get our animals. I don't want to get the animals before we have a way to keep them fed. That's why I've been focused on that so much. It's like, if I can get the animals fed, then happy days to us. Come on, tractor. Come on, tractor. You can do this. I know, it's almost vertical. You can do it. I'm glad I went with the extra horsepower. The cheater's way to do it. Turn the thing off and on as you climb the hill. Oh, goodness. There we go. All right. Woo, boy. Here we go, off and on. Oh goodness. So we're gonna focus. I wouldn't say exclusively on animals because that would be wrong. It's not going to be an exclusive animal focus, but we're going to focus very heavily on animals as our primary income stream. But we're not going to ignore the strength of the UPK, so that kind of stuff. But I think what I'm going to do, because I've done a lot of like apples and pears and stuff like that, I'm going to do less trees and I'm going to do more greenhouses, because we'll have the animals, so we'll have all of the manure, so it just makes sense in my eyes to do that. And it's something new, and that's really what we want, something new. I don't think we're ever going to own every field in this map because it's just too much to work. I think we're going to be doing some expansion, but I don't think it's going to be what you might think of as a, like, let's capture all the, or let's get all the fields. Let's capture all the fields. Yes, it's a war game. Shut up. Oh, good grief. So I think it's going to be more of a, we will buy fields when their position and use is really obvious for the farm. So I think some of this stuff is not super obvious for the farm, like some of the really far out there fields. And I mean, this is a small map, but some of these fields are not close to our main farm. So those fields I consider to be far out fields. Like field 25, for instance, would be an example of a far out field. And that's a pretty good hoof from where we are. I mean, I understand it's just up the road, but when you're moving a bunch of equipment, thinking no, I'm not gonna, you know, seek to acquire field 25. Likely our next purchase would be field 9. Because that would be the most logical field to own. 10 would come shortly thereafter, I think. So I think like 9, 10, 11. Those would be sort of the ones I'd look to purchase more than the others. Now granted, we could buy them right now. We have $1.8 million. But let's be realistic. We want to keep some running capital. And to work all those fields, yeah, we'd want some more farm hands, basically. So we'll have this field all wrapped up here pretty quick. And then we'll be able to, we got that field over there to do, and that field over there to do. Then we got to get all those bales back and stacked. But once we have them back and stacked, then we can look at what we have. I think we need to plant another field of corn, because we need that to chaff. Yeah, we need that to chaff. I was thinking, oh, I could do grass, but I could do grass. No, I think corn is a good idea. I think we'll plant and chaff some corn. Because doing that will allow us to start getting silage for the animals. And then once we got the silage for the animals, all we need to do is get the... Okay, we're going to do it this way because it's too slow doing it the other way. Once we have the silage for the animals sorted, and we have the straw, and we've got the hay, then we need to plant potatoes or sugar beets because the pigs like those. I think I can get 100% without it, but I might as well, get ready for that need. And if I do that, I'm going to put potatoes or sugar beets over on 8 or 7. One of those two. Because I want enough yield, but I don't want such a big field that it takes us 5 episodes of harvesting to get all the sugar beets in. And do I care enough about those other little scraps of straw? Ow. Fine, I'll go get them. That wasn't necessarily directed to you guys, so it was directed to myself. I was like, oh, I don't need them. I was like, yeah, I need to, because otherwise I'll be annoyed with myself and be like, why didn't you get those little bits? It wasn't that difficult. All right. So now we'll get this collected. And I know that there's ways to not need the straw blower and stuff like that, but we're gonna make use of it anyway. Is that actually completed or is that rotted? I don't know. We're gonna have to just do it this way. I need much more powerful equipment to bale up this hill. Apparently, it's a good thing I didn't get that auto stagger to go with this thing. I mean, jeez. All right. Oh, okay. Let's try going up this hill, just because we had some momentum. And slowly we won't have momentum. 2 miles an hour. Yeah. I mean, I could have afforded the bigger tractor, but I didn't get it because I don't know. I probably should have gotten a bigger tractor, but I figured. Well, this one does have the blocks on it for words. Front loader, so. Alright, come on, get that one little piece right there. Come on, get it. Get it. I hate you, baler. Alright, now let's try again. Now get that one little bit. Thank you, baler. Jeez, why do you have to be so difficult? Just kind of let it roll down the hill. Not even going to bother to give it gas. Just let it roll. Go. Back up the hill we go. Oh, painful. Anyway, how are you guys been? Now that I've been babbling for so long. How you guys been doing? This has been an interesting farm. The challenge is real on this farm, I think. I mean, it's not if you have like infinite money and you're willing to take like super large equipment on these fields. But we're trying to make some cash here. Not just spend it all. Which is what I usually honestly end up doing in most of these games, isn't it? I just end up spending all the money. Everybody that pointed it out, yes, I know. The Moco mower, I was doing it wrong. Sorry. I was busy running my mouth and not paying attention to what I was doing. I knew it as soon as I was doing the post-editing on it. I was like, oh, they're all going to point out I did that not backwards, but wrong. It's like, yep, there came the comments. It's all right. It's all right. I knew what I did. There's nothing I could do about it. It was done. All right. One more pass. And then we got the grass. But we're not going to do the grass right away. No, 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 no. I'm not going to be that boring to just have an episode devoted to nothing but baling. I mean, I could, but no, we won't do that to you. Come on, tractor. You can make it up the hill. Come on, tractor. You can make it up the hill. Yay, tractor. See if we can make this turn. Aha, we can. All right. Downhill we go. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to turn it off, lift the pickup. We're also going to unload the baler. Come on, get out. Thank you. And fold it up. And we're going to go pre-position ourselves to do hay. Hey, you guy! I know you saw it coming. I'm sorry. I just had to do it. Just had to do it. All right. Ourselves all positioned up. Turn it off. I need this because I need to go get that baler that I left over there. Get in the cab. We got a trailer over there too. Okay, I'll get the trailer later. Well, no, I need to get the trailer now. All right, I'll move the trailer and the baler. Whatevs. Whatevs. No biggie. No biggie. Trailer, however, doesn't have to go that far. Ah, don't hit him. Trailer, we're just going to move over here. For now. Okay. All right, let's go get our little baler. Because that baler will be useful in the long run, I think. I think we will find uses for this small bales. Till that time, though, this guy just needs to move. All right. Fold the baler. I pressed the button to fold it. Yes, I did. Okay. All right. We're going to put the baler up. Then... oops. Go. I don't know where I'm putting the baler. Oh, there's a park it in a random spot right now. I'll put it there for right now. Ooch. Okay, next. Little fun thing to do. I'm actually have to reset this, I think. Yeah. Okay, I would expect this to be delivered to me. All right. So first I need a McCulloch. Yes. And then skid steers. We're going to get a grabber for our skid steer, or JCB. And I'm actually going to reset that because I would actually have that delivered to me. I think it resets in the stupidest location ever. I think it resets into the middle of the field out here. Yes, it does. Okay, so it resets into the middle of the field, which is a stupid location. It also means that this field will probably never be used for anything more than maybe grass, something like that. It's kind of a weird reset point, but whatever. So obviously, because I'm picking up something for trees, you've probably figured out already what the vote was on pulling the fields together. That's right. We're going to be pulling some fields together. Does mean I'm going to be buying a plow, but we'll get there. We'll get there. When it comes to the whole buying a plow thing, though, it'll be much easier than you might imagine. Because I know what plow I'm getting. The other advantage of this little arm on this guy here is there's some of these limbs on some of these trees that I'm seriously considering just cutting the limbs off, leaving the tree standing, mind you, but cutting the limbs off. There we go. So that's something we're gonna do. Now there's this bush here, and there was sort of this question of how in the world am I going to deal with this bush? Well, my decision is, actually, I think you'll like. See how close this is to this tree? It's so close that the chances are I'm going to whack this tree. Instead, what I'm going to do is use that bush as a guide to lay grass as a headland right down there. And then the field just kind of has a dog leg in it. So that's what we're going with. I'm going to start by cutting this tree down over here. I'm going to have to buy a stump grinder, mind you, but I actually expect you to fall the other way, but all right. Whatever. Oh gosh, this is an oak tree. Why didn't anybody tell me that these were oak trees? Holy moly, people. This'll be fun. Where is it? I hate dealing with oak trees. So, why do you... There, okay, I got that. No. Ah, I'm stuck. There. Nope, I'm still stuck. Teleport. That's an oak tree. That's evil. It's vile. It's vile, people. But, you know, sometimes you got to deal with stuff like this. Because, I mean, you can't always expect your land to be perfect. I love how I can climb these trees and fall through them. special, okay? It's special. All right. Really? Apparently I can clip through stuff a lot more than I used to. All right, whatever. Let's get this off. Woo. I expected to cut that. There. Now, as for disposal, I have no idea how I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to dispose of these somehow, but I have no idea how I'm going to get around to disposing these things. Right now, I just kind of want to get them hauled on. I think I'm going to haul them over the hill here and like dump them for right now. And then we'll maybe in some far off future time actually deal with getting rid of them. All right, let's pull those ones out of there. This will be interesting. Gotta remember how to use the thing. Up there, yeah. Oh, I got the wrong tool selected. What have I done? Have I bought a broken tool? I think I might have. Alright. That's nice. Alright, we're just gonna sell it and pretend like we didn't even know that happened. You'd think I'd look better and make sure that they actually work like I want them to, but whatever. Alright. Never mind that. Let's buy an in-game one, because at least that'll work. In-game, front loader, log fork. Yep. And bring that back. All right, let's move you out of the way. Find you. Okay, let's roll. Go get our log fork. Yeah, I know this is going to be like way too much weight on this tractor, but I don't know what I can really do about that right now. We're just going to we're going to do our best. How about that? We're going to do our best with this. Getting to the end of this episode, I think I'm going to just roll right into the next episode. Because we're right in the middle of doing something that's kind of tedious and annoying. So I think I'm going to just roll right in. So you probably aren't going to see much of a... Yeah. Whatever. Whatever I usually do. No, go forward. Go forward.